Hello, hello. Okay, testing, testing. Hello, good evening. Welcome back. Those who are in Instagram, those who are in YouTube. I'm seeing those who are in YouTube as well. Oh, I just realized that it's just 9 o'clock right now. Hello, testing. Okay, see me. Yeah. Okay, very on time these days. And hi again for those who have watched me yesterday. So, despite the live I did yesterday with my friends, the Wednesday live session will still be ongoing. Okay, so do anticipate the weekly live session unless we are having some class or some other things. Yeah, otherwise if it's clashed, we usually will go on with the live session. So let me, yeah, let me share with you guys. So, mhm. Oh, okay, fine. Don't have it here. Okay, hi guys who just came in. Say hello in the chat box. Okay, for those who just joined, welcome, welcome. Just noticed that my clock is a bit different from my phone and my computer. Okay, just while waiting for more people to come in. I hope everyone is looking forward. I hope everyone is looking forward for the month of October. Hello. Hi. Okay. I'm kind of getting used again for the live session, because there's one period of time where I've been doing a lot of live sessions, like almost every other day or every week or so. And then I've stopped a while. Now I'm coming back after things have been a little bit uh, adjusted at the back end. So feel free to again engage with our page if you want to follow the updates. Because nowadays I think the algorithm is a bit weird. You need to really engage to our page in order to see our updates, in order to get the notifications from us. So you do need to click and engage with our page so that you can get the information. Okay? Okay, we are 5 minutes in. So very quickly, I'm just going to go through this and guys, I know you may be watching the replay, so feel free to watch the replay. I'm not sure if um my yes. Oh, right. Interesting. Okay, I have some guys in the YouTube as well. Okay, cool, cool. For those who are in the YouTube, feel free to say hello, because I might be able to see you. Okay. Interesting. Hello, those who are Instagram. Okay, I'm trying to adjust with like multiple screens. So, okay, so without further ado, since we are already like 4 minutes to 6 minutes in, I'm just gonna give a little bit of introduction about myself. If you are new with me here today, and just to give you a bit introduction. So, because you might be watching the replay, you might be wondering, who am I and why am I talking about what I'm talking, right? So just to give you a little bit of introduction about myself, okay? So let me put it this way. Yeah, I prefer this view. So, okay. Hello, everyone from YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, wherever you are watching. Feel free to say hello. My name is Esther, and I'm the founder of EC Metaphysics Holistic. Just to also give you a little bit of background, today we are known as EC Metaphysics Holistic. We used to be known as EC Metaphysics, but starting from early this year or end of last year, we have decided and executed our rebranding and our expansion of our team organization and the things that we do to also holistic wellness. So yes, you know, we are no longer just doing Chinese metaphysics, although Chinese metaphysics is still one of the tools. That is the reason why I'm here going to be talking about Chinese metaphysics. Hence why you notice that sometimes you see some of our branding is called EC Metaphysics, some of our branding is called EC Metaphysics Holistic. And yes, we are the same person, okay? Because the execution of the whole rebranding thing still takes time. But rest assured, every time when you see my face or you see my name, it is still us, okay? And yes, we are still doing metaphysics, and now we also incorporated the holistic wellness practice. Okay, so just to also give a bit of background for myself, the reason why I'm into wellness, because by practice profession, I'm a pharmacist and also an enthusiast of health. Of course, most of you guys may know me as the Chinese metaphysics consultant, the bazi expert, and also I'm a coach and trainer. I'm also a certified yin yoga teacher and pranayam instructor, and also, as some of you guys may have um, have been part of my journey. I've also went to China and picked up some Chinese medicine, and some of you guys were together with me in the journey as well, right? So this is just a little bit about me, but I'm not going to talk too much. Just to share why I'm here today and why am I talking what I'm talking today. Okay. Oh, hi. Okay, cool. So now, guys, okay, just to give you a little bit, let me put on my slide. So I think what's really interesting today, just to give a little background of what I'll be talking today. Now, today's topic is really about the month energy, and just to give you guys a little bit of brief understanding on how we actually do it or how I do it, and the way how things work is actually through the monthly energy. So basically, in the whole 2025, there's 12 months, right? I mean, every one cycle of the year have 12 months, and every of that 12 months there is a representation of one pillar. Okay, so as you can see in the screen here, there are a total of 12 pillars as of every year in 2025. Now, the difference is every year, the pillars are going to be different. Okay, every year. So last year, 2024, the 12 pillars are also very different. So it is just like what we know of in our calendar, the 12 months. Okay, so the animal sign will be the same, but the branch, as you can see, the top portion of the elements, they are going to be different. So together they form a different pillar. So each of these pillar is actually a representation of an energy and time. Hence today, what are we going to analyze is just the time frame, October month itself, and by studying the pillar, we'll be able to understand what kind of energy we can anticipate for the month. Okay, so just give an example. If you're wondering where we are at right now, we're actually in the month of October. So currently at this point, as I'm speaking right now, if you're watching this in a replay, today is actually the 1st of October, right? But as of today, based on the metaphysics timing, we are not yet in the month of dog. The month of dog actually starts like in about another few more days, about 6th or 7th, I'm not mistaken. I need to see the calendar. But today, as I'm speaking, we are not yet at the dog month. Okay, so we are a bit ahead. But what you see, I highlight the pillar in there, like you can see at the top here, right? So this one is what's October going to be. So every year it's going to be the October month is going to be the dog month, but the element on top is going to be different. Okay, so today I am going to be sharing with you guys, okay, the pillars energy, which is the fire dot. And guys, if you're watching this live or replay, do remember it is an extremely important month. Okay, now I'm going to explain that. All right, so let me check on, oops. Okay, for those who just came in, because I can't really see who just came in, but if you're in here again, don't forget from Facebook, I think mostly on Facebook or Instagram, I'm not very sure. Please do not forget to engage with us, do like our videos, do share our videos. Otherwise, you won't be able to get notifications from us because algorithm works that way today. If you don't engage with us, if you just see us without clicking anything, you're not gonna get any notification from us. Okay, so let me know if you can. Let me see from my YouTube as well. So I'm not sure because I'm having few things at one time. Okay, cool. Right. So nice, nice, nice. Okay, so hi guys, those who just came in. By the way, those who just came in, hello, hello. So I haven't actually started yet. I'm just explaining the concept of how we are understanding the pillars as a form of energy. Okay, so you may be new here. That's why I need to explain all of this. Okay, cool. Right. So let's move on. Okay, now it's the beginning of things. All right. Okay, so as you can hear, my voice also get a little bit heavy as I'm going to be talking about Peng Shui. Okay, Peng Shui is a pillar. I'm not sure if you can, I mean, the pictures are quite big, right? Let me know if you could see this. Okay, did someone just spam me on on Instagram, by the way? Please don't spam me, okay? If you're watching this live, okay? Right? So please don't spam me. Hi, hi, hi. I'm watching those. Okay, right? So Cindy, if you're in, you're watching this, please help me out if someone's spamming me out from the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Right. So guys, coming back, I just want to focus on today's session because honestly, there's a lot to talk, but I do not want to give too much as well because sometimes too much information is going to be quite complicated. And I have a whole list of things to say, but I think I'm gonna say some and leave some for my blog as well. Okay, so for those who actually read my blog, you'll know there are a bit of different information there. Okay, so again, feel free to type in your questions and anything. I'll try my very best to answer it. Okay, now just give a bit of explanation and point of view in terms of the energy of the month. October month, which is the Peng Shui month, which is the fire dog month. As you can see, I've written some of the notes there. It is the visual, if you want to understand the pillar, it is actually a mountain with the sun setting because the dog hour is like nighttime. And inside the dog, it's actually inside the dog there's a tang fire for those who wants to know the technical bit. But what it really means, it forms an image because every pillar forms an image. It forms an image of a sun setting over the mountain, but this mountain is actually a volcanic mountain. Okay, so if you actually saw the very first video that I was putting, yeah, if you're in my Instagram, I also shared the picture. You can just take a look again. That is the view of Peng Shui. Okay, so every time whenever we talk about the view and the picture, and the reason why we talk about the picture and the image is so that we can understand the image and translate that to a certain form of energy. It's an easier way for us to remember. Okay, but what's important is to understand what does this mean as a whole pillar in real life. Okay, right? So this whole pillar actually means that okay, the fire is actually brewing inside because inside the dog there's a fire, and it is a very important month for a seeding period in 2026. Now the key words that we are looking at the month of October, it's about fighter, warrior, and resilience. Now, because Peng Shui itself, the pillar itself, it is not a very gentle pillar. Okay, it is not a very gentle pillar. So what I mean by a gentle pillar, later you will understand what you can expect. It is not a pillar whereby I would say it will be so-called quiet, peace, and slow. Okay, because the pillar itself is a warrior. As you can see, if you can see the picture of that cute little dog there, it's wearing an armor, you know, just like Paw Patrol, for those who knows it, right? So it's ready to fight. Okay, and this month itself, this October month itself, it is the entry point of 2026. Okay, it's the entry point of 2026. Okay, now do you guys know why is the entry point 2026? Anyone knows? Or do you want to know? Otherwise, I don't explain. Okay, but regardless, if you do not know the technical part, you need to understand that whatever that is going to happen in this October month itself, okay, it's a very important point to understand that, hey, a little bit of the energy is 2026 energy. So what is important to highlight is to start observing the things that are going to happen in the month of October. It gives you a little bit of hint of what 2026 is going to be like for you. So generally, 2026, the fire horse Peng Wu is coming in October, and they will pick up, up, and will fully go on force by next year around mid-year during the horse month. Okay, so you can see this month is really, sorry, October. When I say this month is October, yeah, okay. So October month itself is really the time to seed for 2026, and later you will see why. Okay, so one Lichi here says that Peng fire. Yes, it's a Peng fire, but if you notice the whole pillar, the Peng fire and the sheet is also combining with the horse, right? And inside the sheet itself has a very strong Teng fire, which is trying to come out, and the Teng fire represents the horse. That's why very initial stage and very early seeding process. For those who know, inside the dog there is a storage of Teng fire. Okay, so this the fire inside the horse is the kind of fire that has been suppressed and dying to come out. And this is the month where we expect all these hidden things to come out. And of course, they will come out even more next year. So it's the very beginning of things, which most importantly, what we should highlight is what I'm going to be sharing later, okay? Because when something comes out, something has to be let go, okay? Now, let's look at the next slide. So most importantly, as I was saying, the energy itself is going to be very, very strong, very fighter, very, I would say, would I use the word challenge? It is challenging, but it's not always bad. Okay, challenging, but not always bad. Okay, later I'll explain why and who will be the one to find it extremely challenging, right? So again, coming back first. Oh, hi, hello. Those who are watching on YouTube quite a bit, yeah? Okay. So what can we expect in the month? Number one, challenges. Okay, as I was mentioned. So what does these challenges actually mean? Challenges means there will be circumstances that will push us to fight or force us to fight. Okay, like it's more like, oh, finally it's wartime. Okay, so it's not really a choice that you can choose to fight. It's circumstances will force you to fight. So if you have been having quite a smooth, easy year, you need to brace for this month, because suddenly that big change will come in. Now, however, if you have been fighting throughout the whole year, you have been dealing with a lot of challenges throughout the whole year, this month may feel like it's nothing for you, because it's going to be the kind of month whereby it's like, okay, it's execution time. Whatever that you have been doing for the past few months, it's really just like a preparation for you to fight. So it's like war zone time, war time. Okay, so whatever that you are going to be experiencing in the month of October, right? Again, depending on what has happened before that, it's still going to be an experience that require you to face the challenges and fight. So all I would say that this pillar itself always represents like a fighting time, always. Okay, so I would say that it is a great opportunity, okay, to wake up, to wake up. Okay, it's an awakening time. Okay, so challenges is not always bad, but it's more like, okay, it's enough, enough is enough, it's time for you to fight back. Okay, it's time for you to fight back. That is why I would see that this is a great time to awaken the inner warrior side of you. So it does require a little bit of say resilience and strength for the month. Okay, now secondly is what we can expect is also that it is an important month to treat it like a training ground. Okay, why is that so? Training ground for what, if you may wonder? Training ground for 2026. Okay, because the Teng fire, okay, if you, for those who knows, inside the dog there is a growth star of a Teng fire, right? That is a growth star, so it's inside waiting to come out. So it's the things are going to seed. The fire element itself is going to seed this month. So in a way, it's not full flesh yet, not like 2026 is going to be full flesh. So now is the best time for you to use this fire, these challenges, as a training ground. Okay, meaning to say, now in every war you may not always win, like this is a training ground. Okay, but what's important, every element, that every fire, whenever the fire comes into our life, it will transform, because fire does only one thing, is to change the shape of every element. So what's really important during this process and during this training period, the October month as a training period, is to understand how you can manage the pressure, you can manage the transformation, you can manage the changes, you can manage the demands. Okay, it's to learn how to manage that. Now, I wouldn't say again, it's you it's going to be bad outcome or good outcome for you. I'm just asking you guys, hopefully by end of the month, next month, you'll be able to perceive the month as a training ground for you. And that being said, it also means that physically and mentally training yourself, and this is literally means how resilient you are. This is a test for it. Okay, so if you're not great at it, most likely you will not like it. Okay, and the next one is what can you expect during this month, is that there is a phase of ending. Okay, it's an ending phase. So ending phase means there's something you need to let go before the fire comes in. Okay, before the fires come in, right? So what does it mean? You see, next year when the fire comes in really strong and it's the pure pillar, right? You are actually killing off one element, and the element is actually called the metal element. And the dog itself have a graveyard in the metal element. So if you are very much aware, okay, if you are very much aware of what is it to you as a sin metal, what is metal means to you, that area itself, whatever metal means to you, that itself will end. And please do not stop that from happening. Okay, this is also a time which it has to happen, to let go certain things. Okay, to let go certain things, because the sin metal itself is in graveyard, it's coming in very strong. So have this say mindset, in order for you to change something, in order for you to really make something happen, certain things will need to end, and that practice itself will start in the month of October. Okay, so it depends on what it is for you, what metal element means for you. Okay, so it's really a great time for you to just mentally get yourself prepared. I would say mentally get yourself prepared, right? On what is it that you need to let go in order for 2026 to be better. And I would say the last quarter of the month is very, very important because, again, unlike some of the years, this is like really the pure pillar, right? For those who understand what I mean, the pure pillar is fire, fire next year. And if we do not pace ourselves to enter the year, we may face certain shock in that process. And I would say being mindful about how energy is shifting around us, how we are also reacting with the energy change, which, by the way, going to be starting more intense on October. I think being aware of it, it's going to cut down um, a lot of mental issues, a lot of unwanted emotions, and a lot of unnecessary stress. Because we all have this information, we all have this knowledge. The question is, are we willing to pace ourselves out to deal with the 2026? Okay. Of course, it's our job as metaphysicians. And if you guys are following us, that's why you guys are following us, to get updates like this, so you will be able to know what can you do. Okay, so yeah, be mindful, understand that there is something that you may need to close. Okay, so most of the time, like for me, because I personally am also experiencing all this at this point in time. So I already know what is the thing that is sunsetting for me. Okay, I already know. Do I like it? The answer is no, I don't like it, because to let go is definitely not easy. But for me to adjust and adapt to 2026, I need to let this go. Yeah. Okay. So even for you, as you are listening to me right now, if you're aware of the things that is really happening around you, most likely it does represents the metal element. Okay, so expect that to happen. Don't hold on. All right. Now, with that being said, I also did mention that it may not be everyone's favorite month. Okay, because again, it's a very merciless pillar. Okay, it's a very fierce pillar. So a lot of people will definitely not enjoy it as much. Okay, so again, if you see this little dog here, he's really stressed up. So if you are not too if you don't like this energy, or maybe if these are little symptoms that you can be extremely aware of, and this may be not only something for you to be aware of, but maybe also for you to be aware of that's happening to other people, because these are the little symptoms that you will notice externally, because externally more people are not aware of this. So you will notice these kind of little symptoms that is going to be happening in the people around you. Okay, so what are the things? Number one, restlessness. Okay, restless. So what does restless really mean? Feeling restless means like when you have nothing to do, you get anxious because you've been always busy, 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 busy. So even for a slight moment of not doing anything, you get extremely anxious, and you feel like you always need to do something. Or maybe at the other extreme, okay, or maybe the other extreme, you're just overly stressed out in this process, overly stressed out throughout the month. And maybe the things that is happening to you is just a regular thing, but it's just of how you are responding to it. Okay, so extremely stressed. All right, so this is usually when you are not able to handle this kind of very strong energy. Okay, because Peng Shui itself it's a warrior pillar. It doesn't come easy. Okay, it creates a lot of anxiety to people. It's a very fierce, forced pillar, right? So you got to be more aware, because if you are easily being affected by it, if you are not strong enough mentally, emotionally, and physically, this is what's going to happen. Now, the next one is ego being hurt or challenged. Okay. Now, ego being hurt and challenged is another symptom, because um, during such time, there'll be a lot of challenges, right? And one of it is definitely going to hurt your ego. Meaning to say, the ego, the sense of ego is always wanting to win. The sense of ego is always wanting to be right. So if you're not able to accept that it's okay to make a mistake, it's okay to look into the bigger picture and learn from mistakes, and if you hold on to your ego so badly, that's when you can't take it. So ego being hurt and challenged, which, by the way, if it happens to other people, that's why you can see other people fighting a lot. On the other hand, you can also expect people to come in groups. Okay, because there's this sense of agreement in groups. So you may also see in the external world, external parties, people are coming along in groups, but those are the reason why maybe it's a bunch of like people who agree on each other, they will come in group. This is something that we also can pay attention of in the political and the external area, basically. Okay, this is another side, because whatever that I'm explaining now is what's going to happen to you, right? But this can be also applied in the outside world. Okay, maybe in your workspace, or maybe in a political, government, global scale as well. All right. So the next one, if again, as usual, a peng shu pillar, if it's not managed well, it is very easily triggered situation. So one, or you, or another people that you know, will get very quick tempered. They will get irritable very easily. Now, why is that so? Most of the time is because of very impatience. Most of the time because expectations are unmet, and most of the time is because of inefficiencies. Okay, that's why they get very irritable, because this pillar itself, it's a very rushed pillar. A lot of things has to be done like yesterday, everything has to be like that. So the energy is quite pushy. Okay, it's quite pushy, and it will create a lot of emotions, right? That is very, very triggering to some people who just cannot deal with following the pace, right? As you can see, easily agitated and overly aggressive as well. This could be an issue. So again, it may not always be everyone's favorite month, and that we can see if they react according to these methods. They react according to these things. You can see these are the symptoms again, because this pillar requires a lot of grounding. This energy requires a lot of grounding, a lot of resilience, a lot of maturity, and a lot of wisdom. I would say a lot of maturity, wisdom, and strategy. Okay, otherwise it's purely just aggression, emotions, and purely egoistic energy. Okay, so it's not something that, if you have not managed, you have not ground yourself throughout the whole year, this might very easily trigger you. Now, for those, however, who are able, okay, those with the winner mindset, I would say, because again, there are people who are going to be doing very well as well. Okay, and again, by the way, this is all a choice, yeah, right? The key of doing well or not well always boils down to the decision you make tomorrow, the decisions you make yesterday, right? This is a choice, okay? And so if a winner mindset, they will get all this. So what does a winner mindset come in the October month? Physically strong, mentally strong. So when I mean by strong are those people who can handle pressure, those people who can handle resilience very well. So it is a very good example. I want you guys to imagine it is a bunch of people who's going to the war with you, and Peng Shui itself is the warrior, is the big warrior, the big general who stands in front. Okay, and if you can conquer the space, and if you can lead the team, that's when you will win. Okay, so it's literally the warrior mindset. Okay, literally it's a winner mindset. Again, I've seen many people, if they don't have that kind of tenacity, if they haven't built enough like resilience, it's not going to be easy because you're going to get defeated very easily. Now again, what's possible now that just came to my mind, if you are physically not healthy, this will also affect you, because with all the pressure and the stress that is coming, um and the anxiety that is coming from collectively the whole world, if you do not have a strong physical body, you will notice that you will fall sick very easily because the body itself couldn't take the energy. Okay, because everything's in the head and everything is in the body. That's very important. So if you are able to manage your stress level very well, because stress we cannot eliminate for sure, okay, we just need to know how to go in between it, manage it, right? Then it would be great, because with that you'll be able to find clarity, you'll be able to see things better, you'll be able to find the answers that you've been asking for, such as like you'll be able to see the patterns, you'll be able to understand what the people want if you're doing the a business, because yeah, so you'll be a better visionary, you'll be able to predict things better. So everything will be better. Basically, the clarity is like, haha, you know what is going to go wrong that type. So you learn to see things in multiple perspectives, which is going to be extremely beneficial for you right now, ending the year and also next year. Okay, so you make better decisions. Of course, this is also a very good time for you to have a mental breakthrough. Okay, because the things that is coming to you is definitely very strong, and if you can overcome that, okay, meaning to say don't allow all these things to push you down, you can overcome that mentally and physically, it's a win. And how do you do that? Number one, control your emotions. Control. Extremely grounded. Now, I'm not saying that you should suppress your emotions, because imagine if you're suppressing your emotion, it's literally you're pushing down the fire. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you just control your emotions. You learn to be more patient, learn how to channel your emotion into the right place. Okay, the next one is know your timing. So know your timing literally means know when to act, know when to push, know when to stop. So you got to be very strategic here, and for a business perspective, and if it's not in a business perspective, you got to be have a little bit of wisdom lah. Okay, wisdom means what? Meaning knowing, you need to see the bigger picture. You need to know when is it that, maybe example, you need to stop. Maybe example, maybe you need to go, maybe you need to push things through. You need to know, you need to be able to know, you need to understand the situation, understand what's happening in order for you to decide whether it's the right timing. And sometimes it does require a little bit of your instincts as well. Okay, so you need to know that. Be patient. And again, without being patient, without being grounded, without being able to know how to manage your emotions, you wouldn't be able to see when it's the right timing. Now, again, the next one, reserve your strength. Okay, reserve your strength. So reserve your strength means pick your battles. Pick your battles. Don't. You know, it's like, oh, again, like a warrior, right? Like imagine this cute little puppy here is like, go chonga, go for it, but you need to know sometimes it's not worth it. Again, manage your egos, right? Sometimes it's just, you need to let go of certain things. Don't go for the sake of going. Don't go for the sake of, because you want to prove something is wrong. Don't go because you want to fight. Don't go because it's just your ego speaking. So you got to pick your battles, because reserving your strength, reserving your resources, you want to allocate your resources to something that is even more useful, because the resources here that we're talking about, it's your energy, it's your attention, okay, it's your worries, it's your vision. All these things are extremely important, right? If you do not conserve them and put them in the right place, and easily get distracted by the other things, you probably will win the small thing, but you will lose the whole big thing. Okay, so again, Peng Shui is all about the bigger picture. Okay, it's just like what they say in a war, right? You can lose a few men here and there, but you're going to win the whole thing. So the mindset is that. So a peng shui person will be able to understand the concept of the energy. Okay, so now there's one question here. If a person is got the same day master, is it a double whammy? I would say if the person have a day master, is it a double whammy? It's a good question. The answer is yes and no. It could be an extreme situation. Extreme situation means if you are having a peng shui, the same pillar, number one, it's a great time for reflection because it's still a fu yin pillar. Now, I would say usually for 1 month, the fu yin doesn't feel that bad because it's just 1 month. But I would see that it's a great opportunity to start paying attention on this thing, this emotion, this energy. Why? Because if you are the same pillar, you will probably manage and learn your weaknesses and strength better. So a forced reflection will be quite good because it's not just for the month, but it's for you as the person itself. So you will get to understand yourself better in the month. And how would you feel about it? You won't like it. You most likely won't like it because it's still like, I need to reflect on myself. But again, if you have the winner mindset, if you already are the healthy version of the pillar, you'll be able to get through it. So it will be a very extreme situation. Okay. I would say if it's a extreme situation, it'd be good also lah. Sometimes not. If you're aware, then it's good lah. And if you're not aware, then it's bad. I put it that way. Okay, so don't fight the emotion that is coming. That's my advice. Okay, now the next step is here. Everyday master would be affected differently in some ways. Okay, so just to, I think there are quite a number of new people around, right? So maybe you guys, if you're new here, I just need you to actually plot your bazi chart. And what we are referring to is just the day master. Some of you guys already know, so you don't have to do it anymore. But what we are trying to see here is how you can position yourself and be cautious and act or be aware of certain necessary things for the month. So it is going to be according to your day master, because every day master will be influenced in a little bit different manner, and how you can decide on which is your best action, it's also going to be very different because your day master is very different. So the day master will determine what is the possible way you would react. Okay, and that we can see, and maybe you will know what to do after this. Okay, now let me put it this way. Now the first one, it's for the wood day master. Now I would just say one thing. The wood day master I've put here, right? Your achievements are more than just a checklist. Your achievement are not just a checklist. Yeah, your achievements are not just a checklist. Okay, so what does it mean? Yeah, so there is a bit of risk in terms of for the wood day master. So the wood day master, I'm saying in both the jia wood, the yang wood, and the sin and the yin wood, so the yi. Okay, it's both day masters. So the wood day master, I think it's you got to be more cautious with one thing. Don't focus too much on showing, basically. Don't focus too much on showing. Don't focus too much on trying to perform. So in a way, is that you have a lot to show. You have a lot to give. Great. I'm not saying do not give at all, but just be more mindful that feeling productive versus being strategic is two different things. Because at the end of the day, if you are just doing, because this is part of your to-do list, right? It's going to burn you out at the end of the day. Okay, so it's it's even better because things are going to change during October month, not just for Wood Day Master, but for everyone. So whatever that you may plan in the past, whatever checklist that you have been doing, and you've planned to like, okay, I want to do this and do this and do this, may not be relevant anymore. And you got to be aware of how you're allocating your energy. Again, focus on something that really matters. Okay, not focus on something that makes you feel like you have done something, right? Otherwise, that also will get very distracted. Okay, because sometimes we keep doing, right? Actually, we are just doing, we are just busy. We are not doing the right thing. We are not focusing on the right thing. Okay, so that's for the Wood Day Master. The next one is step out from your comfort zone. Yeah, it's an extremely good time. So even if you want to do something, right, great time to do, right, but try not to do things that, again, number one, doesn't matter, and try not to do things that is just within your comfort zone. Maybe it's something that you already know that you have to come out from your comfort zone, but because you're so distracted with the easy things, you're so distracted of what you want to do, you stay within your comfort zone. But this is a great time where you should come out from your comfort zone. So it could be either just starting a little bit of project, or maybe say something that you've always wanted to say. Express yourself. Okay, because this will be a turning point. Now, I'm not giving you any form of outcome. Does it mean that if you do it now, next year will be better? The answer is no, because this is just a training ground. This is just for you to build up that resilience. It's just like building your muscle at the end of the day. Maybe this will lead you to something. Maybe this will create a certain lesson for you to not do something as well. So I would say if for the Wood Day Master, if you got anything that you really want to try out, you got anything that you know that it's important, but you are afraid to do it all this while, do it now. Just take one small step. Don't need to take one big step. I'm not saying that as well, but just take one small step, come out from your comfort zone, and you should be able to know what is within your comfort zone and what is not within your comfort zone. Okay, now the next one is for the Earth Day Master. So any Earth Day Master here? Let me see Earth Day Master. Okay. Any Earth Day Masters around? Let me take a little bit break. Earth Day Master would be the yin and yang earth. No Earth Day Master. It's a bit slow, these things. Okay, great. Oh, I'm seeing one here. Okay, so for the Earth Day Master, hello, meanwhile, hello. So I'm just getting all the comments from you guys right now because I'm this the I don't know, the connection is really slow. So the Earth Day Masters, generally, as you can see in here, clarity can only be obtained through actions. Okay? Clarity can only be gained through actions, right? Meaning to say, possibly there is a high risk for you in burning and wasting a lot of energy within your head. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that there's so many things that you are over analyzing. There's so many things that you're worried about because there's a lot of uncertainty. There are a lot of things that you can't control. So instead of trying to really understand the real situation, if you are not able to manage it, a lot of things will just wander around your head. And it's extremely tiring. Guys, I understand that. For those who are overthinkers here, please tell me you know how it feels like. Going around your head is not going to help you solve any problem. In fact, it may feel like you didn't do anything because all you do is just thinking, but actually, if you overthink and overanalyze everything, it's very tiring. It feels like maybe you have carried a bunch of 10-kilo gasoline up to the mountain, and hike. All right. So it's that tiring. Okay. So this is how it's going to feel like. Very, very tiring if, dear Earth Day Masters, everything is around your head. Right. So the advice for you this October month is step out. Step out of your mental cave. Step out of it. Because the cave is literally, right? If you're a worth, you're literally a cave. If you are the sand, you're literally just there, right? So you get to step out of it, learn how to manage your body and emotions, because perhaps you are already in the frozen situation and you feel safe inside there. But by the time things happen, it's too late perhaps. So whatever that you want to understand, whatever that you want to get clarity or confident, or whatever that you want to know more, whatever that you are unsure about, use what you already know. I'm sure as all the earth people, they always have a lot of information. Doesn't matter if you're a G-earth or a Wu-earth, you have some resources no matter how. This is your nature, okay? You don't need to tell me you don't have, but I'm sure you have. Use it and take action based on what you know. And only from there, you can get more clarity and confidence. So example, and this is applicable for everything. So I'm giving a very generic action here so that you can apply this to whatever situation you are at. So now I want you as a Earth Day Master, either the Wu or the Qi, okay? Either the Wu or the Qi will be able to see what's going on in your head right now. What's the thing that you're really worried right now? Don't just go in your head. Take it out. You may not know everything, but you may know something. Use it. And that's how you can find the answer. Otherwise, the whole month you'll be just paralyzed. Then this training ground, you will not get anything. Nothing will happen, by the way. Nothing will happen. What will really happen is maybe a lot of things will already happen outside and you freeze there. Okay, so if you really, really want to understand situation, if you really, really want to get answers, please apply what you know. Then the more you do, the more you will find out the answer and become more confident with what you do not know. Okay, this is for the Earth Day Masters. How about the next one? Okay, so I'm not following the sequence here today because I'm jumbling up my slides. So usually I'll just follow like the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, right? This time I'm not following, okay? So please do wait for your turn, right? So anyone is the Fire Day Master here? It's not always agree best running. Okay, let me see what I wrote. Okay, anyone is in the Fire Day Master, do type in the chat box. Okay, do type in the chat box. And guys, for those who just join in, because I'm seeing the numbers, right? For just join in, don't forget to engage with our page so you can get more updates. Yeah, because we are going to start off our 2026 campaign already. Okay, so if you want to get more updates and a different perspective in terms of 2026 forecast energy reading, do engage with our page. Yes, oh, of course, there are more fire people around here, right? Definitely more fire people around here. Okay, so Fire Day Masters is including the Ping and the Ting Fire Day Masters. Now, the advice I would give you guys, growth is not always agreed by your surrounding, and growth is not comfortable. Okay, growth is not comfortable, guys, right? So I would like to say this lah, okay? So if you're a Fire Day Master and if you put yourself in an environment where everyone agrees with you or you feel extremely comfortable because there is this kind of ego stroke and people just don't challenge you, you are able to just voice yourself and everyone just parrot you and say yeah, just give you that validation. That's actually not very helpful. Yeah, you may want to look into, of course, getting some validation is great, but sometimes you need to read the room. I know sometimes people just want to stroke your ego a little bit for whatever reasons. And you got to be aware of that. So the risk is here on the month of October is the risk of chasing too much validation, okay? Putting yourself around people who would echo your ego, means putting yourself in an environment where you know it's comfortable, where you know that I am the best, I'm right. So there's no challenge, there's no challenge. Okay, so it's everything, it's very nice, everything is like, yeah, 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 you're right, that kind of situations, but sometimes, you may want to hear some truth. Okay, so I would say the month of October, it's very you got to be mindful, right? You got to be extremely mindful that this is happening to you, because again, if you know the technical aspect, if you're a fire day master, doesn't matter peng or teng, you will see peng shui, or you will see next year as a full friend and rob wealth, very strong fire. So sometimes when it's too bright, you cannot see the truth. Okay, when it's too bright, you cannot see the truth. Imagine looking towards the bright sun. Can you actually see the sun? You can't. So you're actually blinded by yourself. So this is the same concept as well. So how can you see that? You listen to what other people say. You observe how you feel around them. And sometimes, like I said in here, the growth is not always comfortable. Yeah, that's how you see it, right? And it's very important to also know that the tendency to fall into group thinking. Group thinking. Well, I don't know what it means, because I just wrote it down. I just type it down according to what I thought. Maybe the word don't even exist. Group thinking. You can call it cult lah, also can, I guess. But literally means that sometimes, when people say like-minded, right? Sometimes it's quite scary, because like-minded means everyone kind of agrees with you, doesn't it? Now that get me thinking. So it's kind of like feeding off each other's ego, right? But these also have a very high risk of losing authenticity. And it means that, wow, because you want to fit in. So there's risk of falling into that kind of things as well, because it's comfortable, right? It's nice to be accepted by a bunch of society. So this is very important for the Fire Day Master people to be very, very discerning of who you are. Very, very discerning. Okay, and integrity is very important. Getting honest feedback, it's very important. And getting feedback in a way that you're okay to get uncomfortable feedback about yourself. You do not just want to accept the nice feedback, right? You also want to get honest feedback so that you can improve yourself. So those are called honest feedback. Maybe when we have our strength, we also got our weaknesses that we can work on. So this is like a good time for you to reflect on this, right? And hopefully you are in that kind of environment, which will be able to help you to see that. You can retain your identity. You can live with that integrity as well. For Yang, fire also hard, especially for strong. Yes, Gigi Lee, Yang fire also. Yeah, this is also in reflection of that. But now, if you guys are aware of this, right, you guys will be able, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. Okay. Now, the next one is what can you do about this? Is you may want to consciously put yourself in areas that will challenge you or expand your capabilities, even if it's not comfortable. So there is this conscious choice that you can take, right? There's this conscious power that you can do it yourself, right? And put yourself in challenging situations. Very uncomfortable, yes, because you might see something that it will hurt your ego. You may see certain truths about yourself, which you probably are very embarrassed about. Yeah, But this is the way, this is how we're going to grow. And again, this is how we can seed for 2026 so that you don't get too blind in 2026. Okay, what does it mean, strong fire in 2026? Become busier? Yes. So for those, there's another question here. What does it mean when it's very strong fire in 2026? Sideline a little bit. If your fire is already very strong and when 2026 comes in very strong, you will get busy in a way that if you're not aware of what is the busy about, you will just get carried away by the busyness. Okay, so what happens if you get too busy? Just like the fire, it will burn out. It will get out of control. And what will happen? Usually health problems will come in first. Or maybe you can see in relationship problems. So most likely it's health problems. Yeah, most likely. And then it will affect the career, and then maybe health problems also will affect relationships. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So next one, who we have? Water Day Master. Anyone Water Day Master here? Anyone Water Day Master? Okay, so write down in the comment if you're Water Day Master. All right, write down in the comment. Okay, so there are a lot of people, a lot of newcomers. Okay, guys, if you just join, don't forget to engage with our page. All right, don't forget to engage with our page. Okay, because every week now we're gonna be talking about new things. Okay, so Esther's gonna be really busy lah. Esther's gonna talk too much. All right, so good, there's quite a number of koi water. Okay, koi water, really good. So koi water, the advice here is pick your battles. Pick your battles. Choose the right thing to walk away from. Okay, so let me know if these things resonate with you. So guys, if you're listening to this, even replay, right? Even replay. Do let me know if all this resonates with you. I would love to hear some of the feedback as well. Okay, so it will really help a lot in terms of this kind of information, whether it really helps you. Okay, now Water Day Masters, pick your battles. Okay, so there's this risk of saying too much yes, or maybe the risk of just distracted. No, I wouldn't use the word distracted. Like there's this risk of, would I use the word greed? I wouldn't use the word greed. I would say the risk of chasing too many things that is related to opportunities and saying yes to every single thing because everything is an opportunity, till the extent that it creates a lot of issues later on. So it's sort of like the risk of scattering yourself too much to the extent you get too busy, and you'll just be on autopilot. That's it. And what's worse is you may think that it's actually helping, but it's actually not helping because you scatter too much of your energy. Okay, so it makes you quite restless, anxious all the time. Unless okay, you can say yes to things, but you make sure you just need to, what's it called, organize them properly or delegate it properly. Don't just, when I mean by saying yes, it's not just about saying yes to jobs or projects, but saying yes in a way like you do everything by yourself. Yeah. Okay, so that is also about saying yes. Means maybe if you're working a team, you might say yes in everything because you just want to get everything done. You just want to do everything. Just that's it. So it's going to be like a form of like addiction, like a form of chasing life in a very busy way to make yourself feel like you're doing something productive, to make yourself feel like you're actually, it's useful because I'm doing something. So you have to pick your battles in the case, and know what matters for you. And if you want to know how to pick your battles. It depends on you. It depends on what really matters for you at that point in time, or maybe within the 2 years time, which is the coming fire period. Okay, so you have to pick whatever that matters, right? And that itself, in a way, it's allowing you to say no to things, and you can focus at things that really, really is something that what you want. Okay, so in a way, I would say manage your greed, manage your idea of wanting to do things or being productive. Okay, right? So you need to choose the right things to walk away from, and that you would know, right? That you would know most likely. Okay, this month you will probably know what it is. If this month for the Water Day Masters, if now you're listening to this, you probably may not know yet, but by end of the month, hopefully you'll be able to see what really matters for you. Okay, so be conscious with that. Now the last one, I think it's the last one. Okay, right? Who is the Metal Day Master? Guys, who is the Metal Day Master here? Please type in the please comment in the chat box if you are a Metal Day Master. So I keep the metal for the last because metal is going to melt. Metal is going to melt. So I would say that hopefully for the past few years of very strong metal season, dear metals, you've made yourself strong. Now the metal, guys, if you're a metal person, generally the fire is coming in very strong. And it's a brewing fire in the month of October. Okay, so the dog, right? So especially if you are a metal person, you already have an extremely strong fire in the chart. So example like me, I am a metal person. So the Keng and the Sin, okay? And as a metal person like me, I have very strong fire in my chart. So I have like I have already a combination of fire in my chart. So it will enhance even more. And you gotta be more careful with that. Because when fire is too strong, it will melt the metal, literally. Literally. Yeah, so there's a lot of transformation, a lot of integrity of the metal is being tested. Okay, integrity of metal being tested. What does it mean in real life? Because a metal, right, whether they are real metal or not, whether they are real gold or not, you need to melt them to see it. So if to test that the metal is real quality, they need to go through that kind of transformation. Okay, so it's like a test of integrity. Are you truly the metal? Are you truly that strong? Okay, it's that kind of concept when the fire comes in. So if you're a metal Day Masters, Sin or Keng, this is going to be what it is, right? So the advice here is it's very important. What to answer this question, what do you do when no one is looking? When no one is looking, okay, I have no clue what is this, but the title here generally, okay, what do you do when no one is looking? Literally, so it's the truth. Yeah, so generally that's what it means. Okay, I have no clue. When I was doing my slide, I was literally half asleep. so Metal Day Masters literally is judging on its integrity. It's very important that you start doing the things that you do when no one is watching. Very important. So it also means that in this October month, right, which is very strong hidden fire, top and bottom fire, there is a risk of trying to control a certain outcome. Okay, means you're trying to control it. Okay, because you're trying to control what's happening on the outside, thinking that it's something that you can do. So sometimes you keep doing and chasing for external recognition to prove yourself, right? And this thing can be extremely toxic. Okay, these things can be extremely toxic in a way because we can't really control what we cannot control. especially at a time where things are always changing. The external control has never been the best strategy or the right strategy. So with the fire element coming strongly and with spirit 9, trying to control the external factor is not possible, guys. I mean, it's already been very hard to do in the past, and I think even now it's even harder to do because the external environment it's only going to change faster and faster. And for the metal day masters, if you have the tendencies to try to control what's happening around you, you are barking the wrong tree. It will not solve your problems. Okay, and by the way, as I'm saying this, I'm also telling myself this. Okay, because I know it's definitely not easy to let go of the external thing, because that is the first thing that we all see in life, what's going on the outside, and that's the easier thing to do, to control. And being a metal day master, it's so much easier to just um it's so much easier to just focus on doing the outside thing, executing. Metal day masters, the first thing they do is just execute. And it's always easier to do it from the outside. So when the metal day master, if you are listening to this, if you keep focus on the external factor, right, it can be extremely toxic. And worse, it's going to be extremely, extremely demotivating. Yeah, very, very demotivating, because things will never go our way, and things will never always go your way. Maybe there are times whereby, yeah, it will go your way, great, but there are times when it will not go your way. So if you depend so much on the external validation, on the external things that's happening to make you feel better, dear metal day masters, it's going to be very toxic. And potentially, if you do not learn right now, and I'm a metal day master and I'm telling you guys this, and it's not that I want to scare you guys or whatsoever, it's going to be a downward spiral. Yeah, if you're going to be a downward spiral, if you do not learn how to focus at your inner strength. Okay, right? So it's very, very important to shift the perspective to you and yourself only. Shift your actions into self-improvements, what you can do. So there's this thing we always see on social media. I'm not sure if you guys know about it. Like there's this circle where, what are the things that you can control, what are the things that you can't control. Please stick that at your at your page if you're a metal day master and you tend to fall into this. Okay, so you got to shift your focus, your energy into real actions. Real actions means focus into something that you can do for yourself. Don't go out there and try to patch holes so that the water stop leaking. Go and fix the pipe itself. So that would solve the water. So go back to the root cause, go back to you yourself. So self-improvement is very, very important. And because metal element, the fire, very strong, this would also mean that there is a need for you to step out from your comfort zone. Okay, by holding yourself accountable, right? If you can't get someone to do it, and pay someone to do it if it's possible, or get a certain group companion, I don't know, find some ways. Bottom line is, you have to come out from your comfort zone. So if you feel that it's doable for you still, you don't feel like it's something that you need to do, it means that you are still within your comfort zone. So I would say, learn how to be comfortable with discomfort. You're a metal person. You're supposed to be okay with discomfort. Yes. So now it's time. Now it's a great time for you to test it out. Now it's a great time. So earlier on, if you were at my very beginning session, I did mention that inside the dog, there's this rock wealth, right? For the metal day masters, the friend and raw, there's a metal that needs to let go. That could also means your old self. That could also means your ego self. Need to let go. Okay, need to let go, right? So I would say do the difficult things. Do the difficult things. Do the difficult things first, right? And cultivate resilience, cultivate self-discipline. Now I think I'm covered there, but anyway, you can it's actually cultivate self-discipline. Very, very important. Okay, for the metal day master. So that's including the sin and the keng day master. Okay, right? Okay, so don't focus too much on the out there. Okay, don't over exert control. So when I mean by don't over exert control, I'm not saying that you don't control things at all, because still you need to find a little bit of balance, right? But you need to understand what are the things that you cannot control. So I remember wisdom is very important. Knowing your timing is very important. That's the overall strategy. Okay, so now this is for the metal day masters. Okay, this is for the metal day masters. Now let me see what else do I have here. Okay, so if you're watching me here till the very end, right? Since some of you guys have already dropped out, but it's okay. If you're new here, again, guys, you want to watch our things, you want to get more updates, don't forget to engage our page. Don't click like, click share, whatsoever, so you can get updates. Otherwise, it's very difficult for you guys to get notification of our things, yeah? And yeah, we're going to be sharing good stuff. Okay, now just a bit of sharing on what's upcoming next. So October month is quite a crazy month for us, and I think the coming few months is going to be quite crazy. And some of you guys actually asked me about the 2026 talk. Am I still doing it? The answer is yes. And it's coming out soon. Okay, so again, stay tuned for that. But I'll be talking about it more, okay? But don't worry about that. But anyway, this coming October month, okay, there's few events, and these are not just the events here. Just to share with you guys, this coming Saturday, there is the Real Me mini workshop. Okay, so this is something very new as well. We haven't actually done this before. It's a combination of bazi and meditation, true self to discover yourself. So it's actually quite interesting. I was just creating the content today, so I am actually creating the content, and yes, it's something new. And I'm not very sure how many of you guys are still keen on it, but you can still join us. Early bird is over, yes, so you can still join us though, because this event mini workshop is happening on this Saturday. Okay, you can find the link. I think. Wait, I'm not sure if it's possible for me to do this. Yes, it's possible. Okay, you can find the link in our page, or otherwise you just DM us. Okay. It's possible. Yeah, I'm not sure. For those who are watching from computer, you can just scan here just to find out more details about it. But just to generally brief you about it, so it's a combination of using bazi to discover yourself, what are your gaps, and what are the actions through 10 gods you can actually do to become a better version of you. And also we are layering in meditation as a tool to create a synergy effect, to activate day masters. Okay, so it's something quite different as well. So if you're interested, feel free to join. There's still time to enroll. Now the next one, if you joined us yesterday, we actually talked about this. So this is also a new say event, a collaborative event, in fact, with Janice, and it's specifically only for women. Okay, so if you're a male, you're probably not able to join this, because we are only reserving this for females, because this is going to be a wellness and education talk only for ladies. Okay, so it's going around females only. Okay. The next one is who? Yes, the next one is a newly launched mental health festival. So this is our first time actually this year to co-join. Well, it's a big festival actually. So we are collaborating with a psychology center here in KL, and it's the largest mental health festival in Malaysia. So unfortunately, I don't know how to hide myself. Maybe I should hide myself. Okay, so you can hear my voice. Maybe I just put, there you go. I'm better with my tech now. So you can actually see more details. We haven't actually posted it up yet because we didn't have time. But you can, if you want to join us, if you are a fan of mental health and you want to join with us for the cause of the mental health. So we are actually creating a lot more awareness about how you can take care of your mental health and how we can spread the cause and break the stigma of mental health. As for those who know, I've been doing quite a little bit since 2022. We've been talking about mental and emotional health even before period 9, right? But I can tell you it's the very beginning of it. It may not hit you yet, but if it's already hitting people that you know, and if you want to explore more, this is a festival that's going to be happening coming soon. I would say coming 2 weeks. So on the 11th to 10th of October in APW Bangsa. We'll be having booth there. So in our booth, we'll be having some games, or not games, sorry. We're having some assessments, and we are also giving out some goodie bags and stuff like that. Come and join us. And also, in APW Bangsar, we are also going to be having a workshop. Okay, so the workshop, as you can see here, two very interesting workshop. Now, first one will be inner calm. So myself and Cindy will be guiding you through the healing process. And the second one is a finding love journey. Finding love journey. Okay, so we're going to talk about love. So we're going to be using like tarot cards. Yeah, tarot cards to actually find love. Okay, so if you are interested in the love workshops, feel free to join us as well. So if you can scan the QR code on top, or otherwise you can also check out our page. I think we haven't actually updated yet, but we will be updating more about the event. So all the workshops here will cost 25 ringgit, and all the proceedings will actually go to charity. Yeah, so all the workshops we are taking in some fee, which is 25 ringgit. Limited space though, because we don't have that many capacity. But all the proceedings will be donated to building schools, supporting communities and NGOs that do not have the financial means to get counseling. Okay, so this is for the Mental Health Festival. So even if you're not joining for the workshop, feel free to drop by and say hello and see us in person. Okay, so this is for our coming month. We have more things coming, but we haven't actually launched it yet. Okay, so feel free to join us as well. And we have a second session as well for the festival. Okay, so it's going to be in KL. And again, just like our page, if this is too much information for you to remember, just like our page, you will get updates. Okay, right. So, thank you, Cindy. So Cindy actually have shared some of the details around. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, Cindy is helping out. So great. So guys, you can actually see the link. So you can actually test it out. Okay, there's a lot of other workshops available. All right. So as for the 2026 Chinese astrology webinar, I'll be having it soon. And this time around, it's going to be 2 days. I dropped the news first. It's going to be 2 days. So feel free to join us. And if you're already very keen, I'm going to be talking about it more here, right? So you can get some of the updates first, and get to have some details and prep yourself first before the actual webinar. Okay. All right. So I think that's it for today. Oh my God, I talked so much today. Where is it? Oh my God. It's like a full session, guys. Talking too much. Right. So okay, let me put this down. Oops. Okay, sorry. Get distracted by. Let me pull this down. Okay, so I like myself in this side better. So if you guys would like to receive more updates from us, feel free to like us and follow us in our social media. So as you guys know, you're watching few platforms at the same time. I am browsing through few platforms at the same time. So If you want to get more updates, subscribe to us. If you want to get more latest news, latest updates, also pop up to our Telegram and like our Facebook page and like our Instagram page. So every week, every Wednesday, we'll be coming up with new topics, new things to talk about. Hopefully, we'll be able to translate our new mission and vision to you guys. Right? So yes, as you can see, we were talking a lot more about wellness as well, right? So it may not be for everyone, but if it's for you, then feel free to follow us as well. Okay? Now, with that, let me put myself up. So I think this is a wrap for today's session. So no questions. Okay, great. I think I've answered all the questions. Right? I think I've answered all the questions. Okay? Okay? Right. So again, if you're watching the replay, you can feel free to type the comments down below, and we'll answer the questions when we can. All right. So all the best, guys, on October month. Stay tuned for our coming content and the coming blog as well. I think we'll be posting that soon. Okay. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this evening session. Bye. Thank you.